Today we are going to look at something very important in our life today, something that is going to better our life for the next 5 years to come or for the next 10 years to come. If we have not been able to keep our records for the past 10 years, then I think this is the best time we need to do this. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that anytime we post any video here, YouTube will be able to notify you and you will be the very first person to get the video and to watch it. Thank you very much. But today, what we are going to look at today is the balance sheet. The balance sheet. Many people in Ghana do not know what the balance sheet is. A lot of people do not even know what the balance sheet is. So today we are going to talk about the balance sheet, and the balance sheet is the record of your money. The record of your money, where your money goes to, what does the money go to, where does the money come from, and that is all that the balance sheet is all about. So that is what we are going to talk about today. And we are going to look at the balance sheet for our life, for the average person's life, last 10 years. And we are going to project into the next 10 years and how we can change it and then make it a better one for us. So that is why it's so yes, the balance sheet has four main parts, and these parts are income, expenses, asset, and liability. Income, expenses, assets, and liability. That is the four main parts of the balance sheet. Now, this balance sheet, income is anything, any money that comes into your account. That is an income. So, the first source of an average month's income is from a job. Is from a job. So, there is a job here. So, he or she is in a job. He's doing his first job here, and the money is coming in. So this is what income as a form of what a salary. So his first income goes into his account as a result of working on a job. As a result of working on a job. Now, the second thing we are going to talk about is expenses. Expenses is anything, everything that you do with the money. Everything that you do with the money, and that is expenses. So, expenses take the money out. Expenses take the money out. So, income brings in money, and expenses takes the money out of your account. So for instance, you go to job, you work for a whole month, and then you get your salary, and then you start buying stuffs with the salary. You start feeding yourself and all those things, and that is your expenses. So salary comes in and expenses goes out. And now the next thing we are going to look at is asset and liability. Asset and liability. Asset is defined as anything that puts money into your pocket or into your account. So from here, asset puts money into your account. But what is liability? On the other hand, liability is also anything that takes money out of your pocket. It's anything that takes money out of your pocket. So liability also takes money out of your pocket through the expenses. So asset puts money into your pocket, and liability also takes money out of your pocket. So these are the basic things that we need to know. Now, if you are working on a job, that is what we call what? Active. Active job. This is active income. Active income. That is as a result of what? Working on your job or your profession. Working on a job or your profession. And this money that is coming from the asset is also known as what? Passive. Passive income. This is known as passive income, And for passive income, you don't need to work. Your money do the working. Your money works for you. So far as you invest your money into assets and you build the column here, then money begins to work for you. The money begins to work for you. So this is basically what the balance sheet is all about. And liability also takes money out of your pocket. Even though liabilities make life very comfortable, they make life so much beautiful, but they take a lot of money out of your pocket. So if you want to make your life such a beautiful one, then what you have to do is that you have to build an asset to cater for your liability. Now, let's say this is the year 2010, the year 2010 to the year 2020. This is the balance sheet of an average man, So from 2010 down to what is it called? Down to 2020, just last year, um, this person here has been working so much on a job. He has been working so much on a job and he has been getting his salary. Now, when he gets his salary, the next thing he does is that he spends it. So, salary with expenditure are income and expenditure. So he gets the money and then he spends it. Now, what does he spend the money on? And that is what we term as liability. So everything that he spends his money on here is a liability. So let's look at some of the liability that an average man has. Now, the first thing is his house. His house. The second thing is a car. The third thing is what? It could be what is it called? It could be his children, his or her children, The next thing is vacation. That is if he takes any at all. Vacation. And then the last thing is what? Tele telecommunication or telegram and yeah, telephone. That is credit, buying credit and all those things. So these are his liability. Even though these things makes life so comfortable for him, they all take money out of his pocket. So from 2010, 2010, he started working very, very hard. He started working very, very hard, and everything that he earns, he spends. Everything that he earns, he spends. So he has no what is it called? He has no money because this is his balance sheet. Most of us in Ghana today, this is our balance sheet. This is how our balance sheet looks like. So most of Ghanaians today, most of us, including myself, this is our uh, balance sheet. So from 2010, he has been working very hard, but he has no money to keep aside. He has no money to cater for his liabilities. He has no enough money simply because he is working on his job. His salary increases every year. His salary increases every year for the past 10 years, but so is his expenses. So expenses also increase. Now, since his salary increase, he needs a bigger house, so he gets a bigger house. He needs a bigger car, so he gets a bigger car. His children are grown up. Now, vacation, he doesn't take the one he normally takes. He takes a higher one. And then telecommunication, he's now buying more. He's now using more telecommunication programs. So you see, as his salary increase, his expenses also continue to increase. Now, the question is, if he continues like this for from 2010 to 2020, then he is going to be the same person living in same category of life. So he's going to live in the rat race. That is what we call the rat race. So what they do is that you wake up every day, you go to work. After going to work, you get salary. When you get your salary, what do? You pay your expenses. You go to work at the end of the month, you get your salary. When you get your salary, what do? You pay your expenses. That is what we mean by rat race. That is what we mean by rat race. You are always in that cycle, always running in that cycle, always running in that cycle. So you wake up every morning, you go to work, and then you come back home. You come back home with your salary, so your income, and then you spend it. So that is what every morning you go to work, spend it, and then back. That is what we basically do. That is what we basically do. So you go to work in the morning every day, you go and work. After working hard, you get your income. When you get your income, what do? You spend. When you get your income, you spend. When you get the income, you spend. So that is what we term as what? Rat race. You are always in the rat race. You are always there in the rat race. So now the question is, with this person, as he is growing and expenses as also growing, this person has no time. No time. He has no time for himself or for his children. Now, because of that, he has no money. He has to always work for money. So he has no money left over. And since he has no money left over, the next thing is that he has no fun. So he has no fun. He doesn't have any fun. And now the next thing this person does is he has lots of stress. Lot of stress. Yes, lot of stress. So when you continue living your life like this, I bet you that from 2020 to 2030, you are simply going to die of heart attack. You are simply going to die of heart attack. I told somebody to start investing in something as at now and then expect it to grow in the next 5 years. And he told me that 5 years is a very long time. But, my dear, whether be it a long time or a short time, it is going to come. And if you don't do anything today, you are going to regret it, because you are going to see your friends who have done it and are enjoying the fruit of their labor. And you will be there saying 5 years is too much, but it will still come now. So, provided this person doesn't die of a heart attack, he doesn't die of a heart attack, then he can change his life and he can change his things. So, what is the solution to this? So, we are going to look at the solution in the part 2 of this video and be able to see what we can do. But for now, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and also smash the like button, because that encourages us, it motivates us. Please give your comment. They motivate us to do more for you. And if this video is of a value to you, please type value in box below. Thank you very much.